Dive into a gripping journey through the locations on Earth where normal physics seem to vanish. From Electric Bray to Hudson Bay Anomaly, discover their stories of science. Many places on Earth make normal physics feel strange. Today, we'll list the top 10 spots where things don't seem as they should. Be amazed and inspired by these unique locations. The Electric Bray, Scotland. Listen up! In South Ayrshire, Scotland, there's a unique quarter-mile road that seems to challenge what we think we know. It's called the Electric Bray. Here, if you stop your vehicle and set it to neutral, instead of rolling downhill like you'd expect, it seems to roll uphill. Mind-boggling, right? Back in the 1800s, folks thought maybe electricity or magnets were at play. That's how the place got its name. But the truth is simpler. The entire landscape is tilted, the road also tilts, but just a bit less than everything else. This makes it look like you're going uphill even when you're actually going down. But don't just take my word for it. Many, including US General and former President Eisenhower, have been there and experienced this wonder firsthand. It's a testament to how nature can surprise and inspire us. Even when you think you've seen it all, there's always something more to discover. So, if you ever find yourself in Scotland, don't miss this. It's a must-see. Spook Hill, USA. About 50 miles away from Disney World in Lake Wales, Florida, there is a hill that stands apart from the ordinary. It's called Spook Hill. Here, vehicles seem to defy the norm. They roll upwards when you think they'd go down. It's a sight that makes you stop and wonder. Local legends have a tale about this hill. They say a Native American chief once bravely battled an alligator right on this spot. Years later, pioneers traveling with horses noticed something odd. When they were going what looked like downhill, the horses acted like they were working hard, going uphill. Legends whisper that the spirit of either the chief or the alligator, maybe even both, pull things uphill. It's as if they're challenging gravity right there on Spook Hill. But here's the twist. Some say it's just an optical illusion, a play of the eyes. Is it real or just a trick? Whatever the reason, Spook Hill has a story to tell, one of bravery and mystery. So, if you are ever in Lake Wales, make a point to visit. Experience it for yourself and decide what you believe. Jaital Pagoda, Myanmar. High up on Mount Chaiteo in Myanmar stands a remarkable sight. There's a large boiler shining in gold with a pagoda on top of it. Even though it looks like it might tumble down the mountain any second, it stood firm. And it's not new. It's been there for 2,500 years. There's a powerful story behind this. People say the only reason the boulder hasn't fallen is because of a single hair from Buddha holding it in place. Because of this story, this place has become one of Myanmar's most important shrines. It's a spot where nature meets legend, turning it into a sacred place of wonder. There is also a belief connected to the boulder. Since it's said to look like a Buddhist monk's head, and monks have specific rules about not having contact with women aren't allowed to touch the boulder. It's a place filled with history, beliefs, and awe. If you ever get a chance, visiting the Jaital Pagoda in Myanmar is a journey worth taking. Discover the blend of nature and stories and feel the weight of centuries in a single spot. Cosmos Mystery Area, USA. Back in the early 1950s in Rapid City, South Dakota, a unique place was discovered called the Cosmos Mystery Area. It's got cabins that seem to mess with reality. Inside, you might see someone look like they're standing on a wall or growing taller or shorter depending on where they stand. Even water seems to act strange, like flowing uphill. But here's the truth. These cabins were built on a tilt, which messes with our perspective. What looks one way is actually something different. It's all about how things are built and how our eyes see them. It's not some wild defiance of the laws of physics, but it feels real when you're there. You don't just see it, you can feel the odd pull and push, especially inside those cabins. While it may challenge what you know, it's also a great place to experience and learn. So, if you're ever nearby, take the time to check it out. It's a trip that will make you think and wonder. St. Ignace Mystery Spot, USA. In Michigan, there is a place called the St. Ignace Mystery Spot. Like some other places, it has cabins that play tricks on your eyes. When you step inside, things seem different. Tall people might look shorter, objects might move in unexpected ways, even simple actions like walking or sitting can feel odd. But what makes St. Ignace stand out are the other activities they offer. Besides the puzzling cabins, they've got a maze to challenge your wits. There's also mini golf for some friendly competition. And for the adventurous, there is a zip line. People from ages 5 to 90 have tried it, showing that it's never too early or too late to seek some excitement. The St. Ignace Mystery Spot is more than just its illusions. It's a place where fun meets challenge, where the young and the old come together for a good time. If you're ever in Michigan, it's worth the visit. It's an opportunity to experience, learn, and have a memorable day. Stay tuned till the end to find out about more places where physics seem to vanish in the world. Moncton Magnetic Hill, Canada. In Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, there's a special hill known as the Moncton Magnetic Hill. It plays tricks on your eyes. When you look at it, you might think the road is going up when it's actually going down. It's a place where what you see isn't exactly what's happening. The people of Moncton saw this as an opportunity. They decided to let visitors experience this unique sensation for themselves. Some drivers even joked that there must be a magnet in the hill because it feels like it's pulling them back. If you're curious, you can take your vehicle there and feel it for yourself. It costs around $6 Canadian in the busy season. Many people who visit say they can actually feel something different, like a lightness in their heads, making the experience memorable. And the fun doesn't stop there. Close to the hill, there's a zoo and a water park. So after checking out the Magnetic Hill, you can spend time with animals or cool down with some fun water. If you're ever in Moncton, it's a place that offers a mix of wonder and entertainment. It's well worth a visit. The Hoover Dam, USA. The Hoover Dam in the USA stands as a powerful example of what humans can build. It attracts a lot of visitors each year, and they often notice something unusual. When you pour water over the side of the dam, the water doesn't fall straight up, instead it seems to float up. This might seem strange at first, but there's a good reason for it. The dam creates a strong upward wind even if you can't always feel it. This wind catches the water and pushes it upwards, making it look like it's going against gravity. Visiting the Hoover Dam gives you a chance to witness this interesting effect. If you ever get the chance, it's a place worth seeing and experiencing firsthand. Kinder Downfall, England. In England, there is a special waterfall called Kinder Downfall. It's located near Hayfield in Derbyshire and stands at a height of 98 feet. Now, most waterfalls flow downwards, and Kinder Downfall does too, but sometimes, when strong winds come from the west, this waterfall behaves differently. The water gets pushed upward, making a misty spray that can be seen from far away. Another interesting thing about Kinder Downfall is that in the cold winter months, it freezes. Thankfully, even when it's icy, the wind doesn't push big frozen pieces upwards. The Santa Cruz Mystery Spot, USA. In Santa Cruz, California, there's a place called the Mystery Spot. Now, there are many such places across America, but the one in Santa Cruz stands out. This place is a cabin built on a slope. Because of how it's built, it seems like things inside move uphill on their own. It even looks like people can lean forward more than they should be able to without tipping over. A man named George Prather found this place back in the 1940s when his cabin slid down a hill. After that, he began seeing unusual things like round objects seeming to roll upwards. Some say a fallen meteor or an electromagnetic field might be behind the mystery, but in reality, this place is like the gravity hills we've talked about before. It's a play of perception. The Hudson Bay Anomaly, Canada. In Canada, there's a vast area known as the Hudson Bay. Besides its vastness, there's something very unusual about it. The gravity there is a bit different. Believe it or not, objects in this region are slightly lighter than in other places. Imagine something weighing a bit less just because it's in Hudson Bay. So why does this happen? A long time ago, there was a huge sheet of ice covering this region. The ice was so heavy that it pressed down on the earth below. Because of this, the ground sank a bit, which changed how gravity worked in that area. Even after the ice melted, the effect remained. From Scotland's Electric Brae to the USA's Cosmos Mystery Area, we witness the illusions that defy gravity. Explore and be captivated by these natural wonders that spark curiosity. Before you leave, please click the subscribe button to hear more stories like this. If you want to say something, write it in the comments, and if you like this, share it with your friends. Keep watching and stay strong.